You being healthy and fit, you are not a burden to your family. You being and healthy and fit, you are not a non-productive to the nation. You being healthy and fit, you are authority on talking about the health. You being healthy and fit, you can be a role model to your own family, friends, colleagues, and overall a society.
We have in conversation today one of the icons of the pharmaceutical industry. I have known Appasaheb for almost a decade now. What's remarkable about him is his passion for both work and well-being. He's one person you would see who's suited up in a crisp formals, but with sports shoes on. Be it a greenfield project, brownfield, or running a marathon, he gives in his all. He's somebody who puts in heart and soul into whatever he does. Let's dive into a conversation with him. Welcome to our latest podcast that we have initiated with, which is called as LINCD, Legends in Conversation with Debin. And you're one of the first guests. You are most welcome, and thank you so much for being a part of it. Today we would like to, the whole team is pretty much excited, and I have been looking forward to this particular podcast from a long time, because I personally know this is going to be a very insightful session. So we look forward to hearing a lot of good things from you, getting to know a lot of you, getting some real motivations out there. So thank you so much for making it today. Thank you so much. I've had an opportunity to interact with you on multiple occasions, both on professional and personal grounds. I've heard your childhood and college life stories that has really molded you to what you are today. What I see is a wholesome package of flawless execution with attention to detail when I think of Appasaheb. But for our listeners, how would you put yourself into words? Who is Appasaheb?
Thank you, Debin, for just trying to bring out my life and bring out the success story and bring out what I am today. If you ask me what is Appasaheb, Appasaheb is integrity, Appasaheb is hard work, Appasaheb is representing rural India, a family man, Appasaheb is a continuously learning man, and finally Appasaheb is the one sharing and giving back to society and as well economy of the country. This is what I represent and I hear from the industry colleagues and all. Coming back to what is my upbringing and how it has been. Yes, I have been born and brought up in the rural area of India, place called Athani, where during my childhood, the population of the city was around 25,000 citizens. And it is a taluka place in Karnataka, Belgaum district, and part of a growing city. In a family of 6 children, parents and grandmother was the place where I have been brought up, and with a government school and high school and up to 12th standard in city. And for graduation, I moved to Belgaum is an engineering college. I completed my graduation at the age of 22 in 1992, and from there my professional journey started. First, my professional work experience was in Mumbai. After my graduation, I moved to Mumbai in 1992. Then my first job was Sardar Patel College of Engineering teaching. I was teaching electrical engineering subjects for an year. And from there, I was inspired by the faculty members of the college to get into industry where I can grow and contribute more compared to teaching industry. So that convinced me, and I moved to Sipla, where I worked for 3 years. From there, I moved to Piramal Healthcare Group, where I worked for 10 years. And after that, I worked to moved to Elder Pharma. I worked there for 2 years. Then I worked for a Femicare group of Taparias, a year or so in hormonal oral solid and hormonal injection specialized group company. And after that, the new large scale complex formulation API and finished dosage project was conceived in Jamnagar by Reliance Life Sciences. I worked there for 3 years. There I learned a lot about projects, engineering, scales, large scale, automation, all. From there, I moved to Torrent Pharma, where I worked for 6 years in API and finished formulation, starting from land purchase till US FDA and Europe's 2 audits in 2015. And after 2015, my last assignment was with Alembic Pharmaceuticals, a conglomerate group in Baroda, where I finished 4 finished formulation projects, starting with oncology oral solid dosage injection and general injectable 6 lines and ointment cream, general ointment cream, corticosteroidal and immunosuppressant plant. Finally, a general oral solid dosage plant where I completed all these projects and started heading the operations of oral solid dosage project, plant and the commercialization, and where we completed US FDA, European and customer audits. And in recent February 2024, I moved to Synergy Pharmaceuticals, Sri Lanka, to build a pharmaceutical business for Synergy Group, which consists of oral solid dosage, general injectable 4 lines, oncology oral solid and injection, hormone oral solid and injection. This is my journey, and here I am today.
So that's who Appasaheb is. Now, coming to your early career, who were the people you looked up to? Who were your mentors? How did they shape your life? If you could name them, and what are the qualities that you took from them, adopted it, and you are still applying in your professional life? So if we could hear a little bit about your mentors.
Yes, by phase-wise, there have been many personalities where I have been looking up to and try to be. My major attraction towards the personalities were the hard work and the business principles, business ethics and integrity were my attractions. In this direction, a lot of industry leaders came in my life for building my career principles. For example, General Electric, where the basic principle and the personalities looked in employees were energy, enthusiasm and entrepreneurship. So I tried to be aspiring for those characters in me, so that that helps to shape up my career. Apart from that, technology was my always interest, and apart from that, management learning was my interest. So when I started my professional career, I accumulated a lot of post-graduation academics, which includes digitization, that is e-commerce. I learned. Then I learned project management professional from SP Jain. Then also I acquired skill of piping engineering from IIT Mumbai. Then also I acquired management skills from Wellinger School in Mumbai. And also I acquired short management programs from IIM Lucknow in leadership development of a high impact in nature. However, looking at one of the personality who has influenced me so far to build my career today is, one of them is Vinod Kamath, who was my last head and leader. With him, I learned a lot of things where you can be in your own internal peace, which includes punctuality, discipline, constant learning, and being a creative and innovative. So in the last nearly 10 years, I have looked up to him in imbibing these characters and to aspire to be him as my personality for career growth. That's what kind of influence he has on me. Apart from this, technically, there was Nam Joshi, who was in Torrent Pharma. Very strong, detailed engineering, conceptually strong personality, who has also put a footprint on me in terms of being detailed engineering, not on a surface mover, not on a surface scratcher, not on a superficial. No, you have to be a detailed up to a last point of a BOQ or a technical specification and understanding of how your end of a thought or idea is going to look like, whether be it a project, be it a process, be it energy saving, be it environmental friendly. All Nam Joshi has influenced me in my life for the technical point of view. Apart from this, commercially, I have many friends who have influenced me to be how to be ethical and honest. One of them was my friend in Piramal, was Sachin Welling, who was my commercial friend, who was looking after purchase system. Then P. Prabhu in Torrent, and currently Rakesh Joshi in Alembic. They are the influencers of me in terms of how to be honest and ethical in dealing with commercial systems. Thank you.
I must say, I do look up to you. Now, we are all stuck in a loop where we are constantly procrastinating our health priorities. In fact, I am one of them. And we convince ourselves by saying we got no time. On the other hand, I look at you, I always see that you are on a sports shoe on. So no matter how stressful or exhaustive the day is, you make sure you find time for yourself and you are committed to the process. So one of the biggest challenges that we find today is not with the beginning. We all begin, but the challenge is with the commitment. So how do you recommend one to remain committed to the process of prioritizing their health, always finding time for it?
Yeah, thanks for asking this question. Apart from technical, managerial, then logical and strategic in terms of business, what you need is fitness and health of an individual. The whole theme should revolve around the best gift you can give back to your family is you being fit and healthy. It has a multifold benefits. You being healthy and fit, you are not a burden to your family. You being and healthy and fit, you are not a non-productive to the nation. You being healthy and fit, you are authority on talking about the health. You being healthy and fit, you can be a role model to your own family, friends, colleagues, and overall a society. So I reaped all these benefits by multiple ways. The first way how anybody can get into this is you start experiencing it. Second, you make it be mindful. Make it a awareness. The moment health and fitness, if you start making it mindful, awareness and experiencing, that will become your character. So you will come what may situation, you will never give up. For the simple reason, many people start it and don't get along with. For the simple reason is they don't experience it. They should feel it. Second is you have to be mindful of many of the things what you do. You should be aware of what you are doing. For example, in my own case, I practice yoga minimum 1 hour per day. The 108 Surya Namaskar promoted by Praveen Maripalli is my influencer. For the last 6 years I'm practicing. What I have learned there is being mindful, being aware, and being the feeling of everything. The management point is feeling is fact. Wherever there are feelings, there are the facts. You can't deny the feelings. Feelings don't come without any reasons. So that everybody has to understand. Second factor is if you experience and taste of what you are doing, whether you are doing exercise, whether you are doing yoga, whether you are doing any sports activity, if you experience the lightness, the compliments which you receive in the society, they will be your motivating factors. So first step is start. Second step is action. So you decide what tastes you, which sports tastes you, because every sports yields you into fitness and health. That's what you have to understand. Currently, I have accepted and embraced yoga, then running as my passion, and partially I do lawn tennis and other small games as a just diversion, but otherwise running and yoga are my passions.
I'm definitely coming back to you soon with positive affirmation to my commitment that I've already gotten committed to the process. And now coming to some of the latest technologies like IoT, blockchain, AI, enhanced robotic applications. Now we see that these are reshaping every industry, the industry 4.0 and 5.0. Pharma is no exception. So what is your take on it? How do you think it is going to revolutionize the pharmaceutical industry? Are we ready for it? And how much of advantages are we going to take from industry 5.0 in the coming days?
Okay. Good, apt, and relevant question for today and tomorrow. Because you can't live away or without digitization. And digitization and automation, they are our part of life for the last 30-40 years in Indian economy. Why 30-40 years? Because 30-40 years was the period where Indian industry has seen revolutions and changes with reference to computerization, then automation and technology change, up to recent AI, ML and ChatGPT. Coming to pharmaceutical industry, all of these have their own full-fledged heavyweight influence. For example, the pharma industry is highly vulnerable for human intervention and data integrity. So to eliminate this human intervention and data integrity for the benefit of good quality of a product and patient care and assurance of a integrity of a healthcare solution and services to the patient, digitization and automation play a very big role. Currently, the digitization in terms of manufacturing, in terms of tamper evident for serialization, aggregation in the packing, and digitization in the quality management system, digitization in the engineering, environmental monitoring, then the plant maintenance system, and also in the laboratory in terms of laboratory information management system, stability management system. So everywhere the digitization has left its footprint. So what is more important to take it forward is integrating all these systems together is a big requirement of pharma industry today. Because otherwise all these systems are standalone working in silos. And they are the creating problems for at the data analytic level or reviewing level or insights generating level. So how to solve this problem is integrate all these systems at enterprise level or plant level so that the systems don't work in silos, systems work in an integrated manner. That is the most need of the hour in the pharmaceutical industry for automation and digitization of every unit operation and every systems which are working in pharmaceutical business.
Have you ever failed? You don't come across a person who could ever fail, but I'm sure you have had your own sets of ups and downs. Life has put you through a roller coaster, and they say failure is the biggest teacher of life. So, what's the toughest lesson that you have learned through a setback, and how did you bounce back from it?
Yeah, failures are the stepping stones of success. You can't ignore the failure, and there are no successes without failures in anybody's life, any leaders, be it political, be it industrial, be it technological, be it political. So I also have my equal share of failures. Many a times to begin in my early stage of career, I had a lot of blame games or lot of some complaints regarding the performance and the productivity. For example, I was not able to be aware of a business processes. I was not able to be on the day-to-day business operations because of my poor background, my poor academic background, poor linguistic background. I come with a vernacular language. I came with a rural India where the knowledge exposure or the information available was very poor. That had put me and let me down in my initial professional career where I was working with pyramids and all. So that's the period I analyzed how to do a SWOT analysis of this, how to work on my weaknesses. My weaknesses I identified by the language, which was English. Then second, my weakness I understood was some of managerial skills, then technical skills. To overcome this, I put myself as a target to get a academic or educational route to substitute these weaknesses or this my shortcomings. I choose to do academic and educational learnings, which took me to Wellinker's MBA course, and which took me to materials management course, which took me to IBM certified e-commerce course, then which also took me to project management professional SP Jain course. Through this, a period of around 10 to 12 years span made me very strong and overcome all my weaknesses. So this put together the whatever failures I had in my early stage, so those all things overcame. But in my mid-career or in the later part of my last career, the most important factor came was the emotional aspect of it. Then in terms of the perception management, as you grow up, as you become a senior, the major challenge you face is the perception management. Because how people perceive of your actions, of your decisions, of your day-to-day behaviors, that becomes a very, very critical and super important for you to take care of a perception management. So then you understand that what need to do with it. I became victim of a perception management, also political of a corporate. So to overcome this, you need to be aware of keep your mouth shut, keep your ears open, keep your eyes open. The less you speak, the more intelligent you are. The more you watch and hear, the more you are informed. This kind of a behavioral aspect. Plus, you have to be emotionally strong in terms of handling the setbacks, failures, bad remarks, bad comments. As you grow up, these all become your part of life. So such kind of failures, such kind of aberrations, I go through daily, but my upbringing, my educational academic background, over and above the emotional build-up have made me to cope up all this. Plus, my health and fitness helped me a lot in terms of being to how to handle all these shortcomings and failures.
Thank you so much for talking about the vulnerable times. I know it's never easy, but I really appreciate you talking about the times you have failed and the ways you coped up with them. Now, talking about business, building a team becomes a very crucial part of any business. When selecting a team, what are the qualities that you look into? And once they're on board, how do you create an environment that fosters innovation and growth within the team?
Yeah. The successful team or a team of your interest and taste is all again leader's personality dependent. As a Appasaheb, I look into the people of a resourcefulness. Okay. Second is analytical skill. Then third is how they are organized. Then fourth one is how human touch they have. The human touch, organizing, then analytical skill, and how much they have a interpretation of all of this is my first and foremost important in selecting the team. The more any member of your team is a resourceful, will make the problem solving faster and solution as a robust. Okay. Today's word is not about you knowing everything. Today's word is about you being a resourceful or you being a networked of a people of resourceful nature, which make you sum total of together is more than individual total. So in the similarly, data is everything today, which was not part in the last few decades. So today, data analytics and data insights. The more important part is getting to the point of data insights. The moment you get to the point of data insights, what do you do with that insight? Action is more important. Only when your team members having the skill of resourcefulness, analytics will take you to the actionable decision making point. Apart from this, they need to be organized. If they are disorganized, the search of information, search of data, search of knowledge becomes scrambled. The more organized they are, is very, very easy to get onto that and quickly you are into decision making point. Not to leave is a human touch, because we are all human beings. We have a complex names, we have a complex faces, we have a complex feelings, we have a complex nature of behavior. Everybody behaves differently in different scenarios. This we have to understand. We cannot ignore that. The moment you understand this, all team members' behavior, put together achieving, put together coming to the success will become very, very important and easy path. If you forget human touch, if you forget human behavior, human nature, everything else will get falls apart. So that's what is my understanding of team selection and team building.
Now, lastly, what are the three most important pieces of advice you would give to other CEOs and the aspiring entrepreneurs?
One is hard work. Second one is be resourceful. Then third one is be integrity. Never compromise on any of these three. They will take you through end. And I have tasted and it has worked for me. In my view, it should work for many.
Thank you so much, Appasaheb, today for making it. And we look forward to having more of these insightful sessions with you where we can dive more deeper into discussions. We understand we have hardly captured 5% of Appasaheb is. There's still 95% of Appasaheb to be captured and put it out there. So wishing you all the very best for your future assignments. And thank you once again for making it today.
Thank you, Debin, for this. Hope my life journey, my experience, and some of my insights are useful to many in their personal, professional, and social life. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.